all gonna die. Just not today.
Hi. So we're going to be looking at Oakshire, a bourbon barrel ale, 4 Roses. It's from New Belgium, weighs in at 9%. Matt gave me this, and since how he could not be here in person, we'd use a 1-to-1 scale replica and use this opener. I don't even know why I don't just carry this opener around with me all the time. Makes me actually feel good to have a penis in my hand that's actually smaller than my own for a change. Speaking of the Matt Man, we had beer and clams for breakfast this morning. And God, I got stuff from Matt, I got stuff from Granny, and I got 2 packages. And actually, you guys caught me in the middle of having lunch. I shit you not. I couldn't afford to go get some filthy, so I improvised and got some couple of spicy V8s. And in comparison to filthy as a Bloody Mary, I am utterly disappointed. But hey, when you're a low-life loser, piece of shit basement dweller, okay, it's definitely a deep. Try to avoid the ugly finger. That was the other thing that happened. Yeah. See, yesterday I wasn't here yesterday. Oh, by the way, we had a ice stormy thingy happen. Christine didn't feel comfortable driving the brand new Subaru Outback to work, which was the loaner car from Proctor Collision. So I drove. She's like, I'm just unfamiliar with it. And I go, no, honey, that's fine. If you want, I'd be happy to bring you to work and pick you up. Just means I won't be able to do a brew review because I will not drive after drinking. I said, I tell you what, just give me a moment and then meet me out back at my Subaru that I don't know much about. Every time I'm in that thing, I like it more and more. It's a 2011, which means Bluetooth technology was pretty much in its infancy state. Like, even Sam, I know something about a Subaru that she doesn't even know. I'm like, how do I connect my phone to the car? She goes, well, you open up the armrest and there's a USB port. That's if you want to stick put a bunch of music on a stick. And then there's a banana plug. And for your phone, you're going to need to go get a USB-C to 3.5. And I'm like, you can get one over at Best Buy for like $9. Just do that. Okay. Yeah, it sounds okay. But I think when I do a phone call, I can hear like you over all of the speakers in there, which sounds so much better than my truck. And they all work. But I believe that the microphone that you are hearing me on is the phone. I'm like, shit. I'm like, but why does the steering wheel have 3 buttons? A phone book directory and a little picture of like someone going, just like that. It might be this. Depending on what. Hang on a second. We can turn the camera off and I can go look and get back to you. Just fucking kidding. Speaking of that, sorry, I'll get back to the car. David Brown wanted me to remind all you fuckers that you're still fuckers. Having breakfast with him tomorrow. So Matt, if you see this, we won't be able to do our eggs and bacon or anything like that tomorrow. So I'm hanging out with the David J. fucking Brown tomorrow. Fuck Big Daddies. So I press this thing. And it says, you want to dial the last phone number that you had? I'm like, okay, fine, let's do this. No phone connected. Well, obviously, at some point in life, a phone was sorry, Mr. Holster, Jesus. And I can feel him poking me in the side, literally right now. I got Mr. Holster's. I mean, I have a 1911 on my side. So. Obviously at some point in time, a beer that actually does have some oaky bourbon flavors to it. Okay, back to my story. Obviously, there was a phone connected to this. There's no Bluetooth button. There's no connect. There's no blah. I mean, what the fuck, radio? It's got a lot of buttons on it, but I'm clicking everything. Then I think, hey, you remember those olden days when you used to be able to go online and you could find stuff like how to reassemble a gun, but then those cock-sucking woke pieces of shit, woke tube, remember them? Yeah, I found how to connect a phone to a 2011 Impreza. Nice tits. And I was like, press the button. It was like, set up. Pair phone. I mean, if you don't say you have to listen. You have to listen to her prompts. Because if you just try improvising on your own, like, beep, pair a fucking phone, pair a phone, pair, Bluetooth, blah, none of that worked. You have to, if you want to do this, say this. Pair a phone. Name the phone, Eric's phone. Then I hear me say, Eric's phone. And I was like, pairing code is 1, 2, 3, 4. Pairing. Enter in code. Paired. And I look on the radio and it's got a little picture of my signal strength and my battery indicator. And I'm like, no. Go to Spotify and I'm listening to Ted Nugent, Fred Bear, fuck yeah. And I'm like, I didn't want to find out if any of the rest of the buttons actually still worked or not, because I'm enjoying this song, so I had to wait for the song to get over, and I'm driving around in nice titties, and I hit the up arrow, and it goes to the next song, and I'm like, I know, if you have a new vehicle, fuck you. This is all hands given. Now I have a 2004 pickup truck. There's no such thing as connectivity. Hell, my pickup truck doesn't even have a goddamn banana plug auxiliary in it. So I know, it's the little things. The car's running good. Oh, when I was coming back down the hill yesterday from picking up Christine, a low tire pressure indicator came on. Unlike Christine's Honda tells you what the exact pressure is in all 4 tires. And you can actually fill up the tires without having a tire pressure gauge, because you just keep filling until it goes beep once and it tells you it's within a pound. Then it goes beep beep twice to tell you you've arrived at your destination. But no, not old school. Actually, I don't think even some new stuff does what the Honda does. But either way, a big low tire pressure sensor thing came on, and I'm like, oh God, is it the sensor, or did I drive over a nail while waiting for Christine? Pulled over halfway home, looked at all 4 tires. I mean, they're pretty low compared to what I'm used to, there's like between the rim and the road, there's like an inch and a quarter. Nice knockers. And so I pulled over at the gas station, and I'm looking, and it's like all 4 tires look just fine. Let's go home. Park the car. I figured this morning I was going to come out, I was going to find 1 flat tire, and then go, hey, Mr. Broke Basement Dweller, loser, piece of shit guy that doesn't have any money. We'll just, now we can just jack the car up and take a tire off and throw it in the truck and go get it fixed. If I sold the truck, I wouldn't be able to do that. Of course, I already got in a subtle argument with Mike. He's like going, things are looking up, Eric. You know, you should put your truck up. He doesn't know I already have it up for sale. You should put your truck up for sale. You can probably get between $5,000 and $7,000 for it. Fuck you, Mike. There's like $6,000 for the plow that's on my truck. Let me look you in the eye. I can tell you right now, if I don't get at least $10,000, I'm not selling it. I don't even give a shit. It's kind of like what Jim did with those guns. I can't sell them. I'm going to show you. I'm going to give them to Eric. Fuck yeah. Jim, I love your spirit. Let's do this again. No, I haven't heard from Jim in, almost a year now. Small but squeezable. SBS. Okay. Let's start with, some more of my lunch. First, my Christmas present from Matt. I don't even know what model number it is, like it really matters, I guess. Model, and then blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Numbers. It is a copper buck knife because he knows that I had that Acero. Artisan Cutlery Acero. Wow! Not to segue away from this, Matt. I appreciate this, but I have purchased and given away 3 of those, and now I have huge regrets. The copper Artisan Cutlery Acero is no longer made. But thank you, Mr. Mark Mac 85, I have the carbon fiber version of it. And if you're going to be pajama carrying, which I usually pajama carry that knife, it's perfect because it's carbon fiber. But knowing what I know now, Jerry's the last person that I gave one of those to. Fucking little prick. So, it's not a small knife, and it's not a big knife, but it does represent a good size as an EDC, something that you could either just throw it into your pocket or use the belt clip. Wow, I don't actually have a knife in this pocket right now. What is in this knife? Lighter. Last few cents of money to my name. Yeah. It's a good spot. It's got the little tape measure thing, which, yeah, hopefully never need that again. Hey, guess what? This morning when I woke up, it was like 12 degrees. And we're probably in the hot spot right now, so all of a sudden I'll sound like a drama queen. Hey, Google, what's the temperature right now?
In Duluth, it's currently 20 degrees. Due to current wind conditions, it feels like it's 10.
Hey, fuck you, Greg and JRJ Properties. I didn't work outside today. Oh, yeah. I also didn't make any money today, but, you know, oh well. Hey, look, McLean. Oh, the lubrication evidently has kicked in, because this is me thinking about McLean. Tardisius gave me this. It is badass. I mean, was I carrying it? Have I ever really carried it? No, I've really never carried it, because I thought it was nice and I thought it was badass, and I didn't want to, you know, F it up. What else do I have? Oh, I still, always my real steel, the front flipper. Go ahead, get one of these and then try to get good with it. It really doesn't take long. You just have to, you got to be able to flick and get your fingers out of the way in time. One of the best review knives I have ever received. The other one was also a real steel. And then, of course, my, I don't go anywhere without it. I'm a felon or whatever the hell I am in the state of Minnesota, because they're a bunch of fucking pussies. Me and Matt were talking about this morning. Excuse me, Mr. Bummy. Yes, officer? Do you have any weapons on you? I have a large caliber 45 on my side. I am holster carrying a 10 millimeter Smith & Wesson. I have a revolver in a ankle holster. Alongside the console right here is a 9 millimeter Glock, and in the glove compartment is another 38 revolver. Oh, wait a second. I also have this. Get out of the fucking car and put your head on the hood! You know, it's probably because, like all of them, the fucking retard Democrats think that somehow this here is a killing machine. Then I took the pack of cigars out of my jacket pocket. It's a plastic. It's a plastic or aluminum, nice titties, a Ziploc, and I stuck this against the end of it. What do I have that's even an equivalent? I don't know what's in here yet, but this is significantly thicker. All I can think of is these democunts must think that it's somehow this, I can walk up behind somebody. Now you got to reset the knife, because all you did is fuck it up. I mean, just for the fun of it, let me get back a little bit more. I don't even see that mark. I see where the first one was. Yeah, so in the state of Minnesota, I could have 57,000 fucking guns in my truck, and I haven't broken any laws. Retard Democrats, Demo-fucking-crat, rat fucks. But guess what? Here, let me show you how little I care. So thanks, Matt. Then, while we were having breakfast, Granny gave, I think she said me and Christine, but for the sake of argument, I'll just say Christine. Two, they haven't even been opened. I don't know, did she buy a case of them, for Christ's sakes? Twin Ports Memories, Volume 2 and Volume 1. The early years and 1940s, 50s, and 60s. I'm actually looking forward to taking a look at these. Seems how they're, the absolute perfect Joey book. They have pictures. So, thank you, Granny. These are awesome. Those will be going upstairs. Commentians. Depth perception from Mike says, good for you, Eric, putting in your notice, but you may want to look in the disability option. Actually, I've been asked about that. Then Mike says, I don't want to Matt, but Matt is a good young man. I like that kid. Then he says, I have a plan for 2024, but others won't benefit from it. Just saying. First, in on the Mellow Noir from Moist. Just kidding, Modest. First, the Smile Money. Then Poco says, not it. Poco, glad that you got some good news. Blessed. Say amen to that. But we'll just keep the hands together and the prayers a going. But at least it was good news. Salty, super secret naked squirrel. Sub comments, Mr. 27 says, I doubt that. And Bad says, I clicked the button to translate to English and now it shows super secret for you with squirrel. Din says, welcome to Boomtown. Hey, Din put out a video yesterday where we get to see him fucking eat for 30 minutes. What the fuck kind of loser wants to just like click on a video and watch somebody consume shit for a fucking hour? He's doing a little series on improvised MREs. And then, well, he's busy talking about MREs in his video. He happens to mention that, you know, he's got a bunch on hand and they're going to be expiring. And I'm like, oh, you got to be fucking kidding me. That is the story of my life. I bet you, right now, just a guess, 50% of everything on that shelf, at a bare minimum, Christine won't eat. Even if it isn't a hard expired. Expiration date does help. But let's just say that it's fucking beans and it expired 5 minutes ago. She's going to throw it out. And there's no God on this planet that's going to stop that from happening. So don't even give me a suggestion. You're talking to someone who won't even try, because he has in the past. The other shelf, a lot of stuff in there is mine. Spam and squid and oysters and that kind of shit. I don't even know about, but spam never expires, right? So now we got all of my MREs, everything that has been sent to me, everything that I have reviewed, everything that I have come by. I've actually not purchased any on my own, but I have that big army. I don't know if it's considered a rucksack, or because I know everything's got a different designation these days in the military, but it's a bag. And right now there is so many MREs in it that I could not sling it over my shoulder and make it up the stairs alive. But a lot of them in there was 2 boxes that somebody sent me 5 years ago, maybe more, of like military MREs. Like somebody bought out, which probably was already expired shit from the military. So, and I think that's all on the bottom of this bag. So now that I have no life and no job and really not much to eat for lunch during the day, which I don't really care about, Din suggested that maybe I just, being that I honestly, as of this point in time, until I start making shit up, I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 things to review. And then it's makeup land. That's why Din said, hey, and just come down and read comments and be you and open up and maybe make an MRE. That is a good idea, Din. I am not knocking it. The other day, while talking to Matt, I made the comment that the grossest whiskey I've ever had was the Duluth brand stuff. Hey, I found a use for it. I am making, at least for me, not for Christine, a steak on the grill tonight. I'm going to make her hamburger. And I'm making potato spears. So I have Reaper powder, salt, sea salt. I think it's, I don't remember. God damn, nice titties. Fresh sea salt, ground sea salt, fresh ground black pepper, Boondockers beef rub, another Canadian steak seasoning. I put like a half a can of this barrel aged extra baked stout, chocolate coconut vanilla from Bent Paddle, and I put about a cup of whiskey in here. It's a little liquidier than a normal marinade for me, but I figured it will get the job done. Okay, not in the order for which I received them. This one is for Master Bader. Big 45 Frontier Metal Cleaner Rust and Dirt Remover. I don't think I actually need to, yeah, like always, I cannot get any trivial information off of this anyway, but seems how, she's in 10, seems how I have had one conversation with one person that said that they could not believe how well this looked or worked without doing any damage to bluing. And they're also using it for removes rust with no harm to blue, and de-leads boars faster than you can lead them up. So they show that someone has cut it and then wrapped it around a wad so you can run it down your barrel. There's a few things in the collection that could partake in a little cleaning. So that's awesome. Thank you. Mike, join the rest of us unemployed snobs. Eric? See, it's not going to work long in this house. For about the last 6 years, all I've heard from Christine is how she doesn't want to work anymore, and how she wants to retire, and how she doesn't want to work anymore, and how she doesn't gonna get up. She doesn't want to go to work. She doesn't. And then here I am. Hey, Christine. Hey, could you talk to your boss about getting more hours so that you can afford to keep me? Richhoff says, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Smile Money says, Subaru, list of repairs needed, exhaust system, head gaskets, remote start, now a computer. No, it doesn't need a computer. Wiring corrosion. It's more like corrosion on, it's like imagine a cable on a brakes on a bike or a motorcycle. It's just this weird. I mean, I could barely see it. It was like Sam's like, do you see it? No, I don't. Where the fuck are you looking? How would you even get your hands up in there to replace that? So, hail damage. Sam already fixed leaking taillight, wheels, brakes. Don't forget about the front, both front driver's side and passenger side drive shafts and CV joints. Don't forget about those. Okay, that's enough. I hope that ends the list of problems. None today, or should I say 2 days in a row of going out and putting on. I didn't put very many miles on it today. I just ran a couple of errands. Cobra sub-comment, well, at least the high beams work. Yeah, they work well. Smile Money says back to Cobra. Eric never drives at night anyway. Now without working contractor hours, he can wake up after the sun comes up. Nah, no, Smile Money. I have, again, today is just another day of not setting an alarm. And I woke up at 5:33. Got up, shook the Widowmaker, and went downstairs to the already done coffee and had me some coffee. Mike says, well, Eric, long story short, all we have to do is shut the video off, man. Exactly. That's why I'd never understood why these fucking keyboard warriors always feel like compelled to, oh my god, he's got firearms in the scene and he's drinking alcohol. Yeah, it's my lunch, asswipe. Next, my dildo finally showed up. Mr. Retarded Viking. I'm assuming this is for Miles, but he's not here. So, I shall take care of it. Yes, it is for Miles, and he is not here. Miles, if you see this, oatmeal cream pies. I'll put this in your pile, Miles. Now you have... wherever the box went. Christine was goofing around with my shit. Oh. No. Cosmic brownies? Where the hell those come from? Maybe Miles came over and picked up his shit. Okay. Cold-hearted bastard, 2 thumbs up, 2 shots. Then he says, sorry, late, was naked in the shower, have pictures to prove it. That's okay. We got you. Man, Mike says the newer Subarus suck with all the computer crap. Beautiful part, who cares, Mike? If it's a new Subaru, well, I guess depends on what your idea of new is. Mine, if you're considering mine new, then there's nothing I can do about that. But if it's new, and you've got a computer problem, who fucking cares? Because it's got a warranty. But Smart Money says, what new car doesn't have computers? Are you still driving a Model T, Mike? Mike says, close enough, my friend. Huh. Must be a Model V. Or a U. Maybe it's something newer like an X. Bad. Greens Captain, welcome to Wednesday or Thursday. Thursday. Nailed that one. Then Mike says, don't worry, Eric. David will pay for breakfast. He will charge you later, my friend. Bad says, if David's paying, we should all go. Yeah, I'm going to breakfast tomorrow with him, so I'll do a little hooking, and then Mike, sell it all to Greg for money for top dollar. Come on, man. See, I can tell you've never sold anything to Greg, because Greg will not pay $50 for anything. That's why when he said he'd buy my tools, it was like, if I paid $600 for it, and it hasn't even been used, and we chop the price in half to $3, he's going to want to give me $150. And it kind of goes down to just like my truck right now. At a certain point in time, everybody can fuck off. I'm not in the market to sell it to take a loss. If I was in the market to sell it to take a loss, what the fuck? I might as well just hang on to it. We're supposed to get snow either Friday or Saturday. Maybe I should put a thing up on Facebook on the Duluth site saying if you need any plowing, contact me. Mike says, I'll give you $200 cash today for your truck right now. Okay, well, you're about $4,300 short, but I'll put you in the consideration pile. Smile Money, I agree with you. It was a terrible working conditions. Then again, I remember you wanting to change jobs many years ago now, so you procrastinate. My concern is the stress is going to be more harmful to your health. Mike says, my dad and I did 4 years of Army, and we get the middle finger for it. Poco, that's how Tesla makes their money. They're not a car company. They are a carbon credit company. Smart Money, the woke scale is a thing. It's not a government law. Well, no, I never said it was. And no criminal charges will result. No. It was... Well, I tell you what, Smile Money, these days and age, would you rather know that someone is like trying to put a legal movement against you where you might have to go to court, or an entire industry has shit-canned your business because you're not woke, oh my God, woke enough? Whoever shared that today, I want to say thank you, because that is a body. Long brunette hair, well-kept vest. It's like the NRA rating legislatures on their two-way voting. The difference is the people running the woke scale have an army of keyboard warriors, protesters, robotic, yes, and social media, and now know and how to implement a boycott. Oh yeah, I mean, if they I want to go snorkeling. If they come after you, you're basically fucked. Smart Money. I did fire a Tavor at double action. I kept them all in the red at 25 yards. The noise in your ear from the action basically directly under your ear was a little distracting. I didn't notice that part, but inside it was probably magnified. Poco, Loma Company, sounds like marriage. Mr. 27 says pretty much. I found the yellow egg and I want to eat it. Smile, good for Christopher. I just wish he would make at least one video a year. That would be nice. Rich says I would give 2 thumbs up tonight if I could. Thanks, Rich. Rich says, I think Mr. Guns and Gear ranked the Hellion as one of the 5 best guns of 2023. That says something for it. Oof. I did not know that. I just know I really like the way that it looks. I like the fact that it looks like it has a full-on carry handle on it. Almost all of the reviews, because they shipped it this way to the guys that were reviewing it, had a 1-6 or a 1-8 power, like a nice, like a Vortex scope. We were talking about like a, like $1,000 1-6 or 1-8 power scope. I am just not sure for what I would want it for, that I would want to put optics like that on it. I would want it more for close quarters, maybe out to 100 yards kind of a gun, which means I'm kind of back to just putting, I got that green dot that I got from Matt. I got the red dot, the V30 that's sitting on the KS-47, because in the world where it stays in this vicinity, I see that as a medium to a little bit longer range. I mean, I realize it's a 760 by 39, so it's already, you're looking at, if you're looking at going beyond 300 to 400 yards with it, you're beyond its potential anyway. But for what I see, that rifle, I would like to take the red dot and the magnifier off of it and put a 1-6 or a 1-8 on it. It's just that because of Biden and the greatest economy ever, the scope that I was originally looking at that was like $279 is now in the $400 range. So, and then, I mean, they've been some deals though. I've seen some that for $5-ish. You can get the scope, and it already comes with the cantilever mount, which it has to have. I don't want to. I can't do rings. Don't want to do rings. Maybe it's just me, but I just don't like the way an AR looks with rings. And then you have to somehow pull that all off and not have your front ring coming off of your upper, because it's a gigantic no to have your rings on the handguard. No matter what fucking handguard you have, you do not put optic rings separated like that. So, but on something like the Hellion, I have a couple possibilities. I mean, I might even consider the setup that is sitting on the KS right now would be what I'd probably put on the Hellion. I might even consider, and I know this is going to sound strange because I personally, there's stuff here sitting in the collection just because an end game hasn't been decided for it. But any rifle that I use and enjoy in a 5.56 has some form of optics on it. I just don't care for the open sights. That's just me. If you want to build a 5.56 an AR-15 that's just open sights, please be you. I just don't. The Hellion, and I do like the built-in flip-up sights that comes on it. I might consider actually just trying to run it like it is, less you can possibly break, blah, blah, blah. Now, having said that, I'll probably smile money it and put, like I said, the setup that is sitting on the KS-47 right now would be a good candidate for the Hellion, and that is a red dot, or I have a green dot equivalent with that magnifier on it. So now all of a sudden, if you are running close, you can not turn it on and then just run your irons, and you're just looking straight through the optics, or you can turn it on and run just the red dot and not use the flip ups. But I really like the way the flip ups look on the Hellion. I'm not sure if those have changed, or if the ones that were on the older one were the same as the review that I saw for the 20-inch, but that still stands as the damn it. And by this point in time, I could literally have taken care of a bill and put the money aside for the remote start and been 1/3 of my way to the Hellion. But no. And not on those first two things. So. Smile Money maxi pads on the stock will help both the shotgun and the lever gun. I just read that one was on the one of the negatives on the Rossi 44 Magnum. The rifle is so light that it has more kick than expected. Hopefully find out it's tomorrow, Friday already? I don't know. If Matt goes out tomorrow, I won't find out, but if it's possibly Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, Tuesday next week, I want to go with. Mike says E5 for the losers. E5 is a previously been called as a hit, and it is on a sank ship. Wade, like I said before, I'm glad you quit. It appears you already have a new job too, fixing the Subaru. No, I got people. Remember, Wade? Well, I guess technically I put air in the tires today, and I got to try that. Must have been like 6 months ago. I bought one of those air chucks that has the tire pressure gauge and does all sorts of shit, and I got to try that for the very first time today. The only downside is I do not have a cheap air compressor, but that air compressor was supposed to stay down here for gunsmithing shit. And when my air compressor in my garage burnt up, I was forced to relocate this one to outside, and that has turned into a fucking nightmare. It's a DeWalt oil bath air compressor, and if the temperature gets anywhere near 30 degrees, it won't start, because as soon as it tries to crank over, it blows the fuse. So I had to lug the thing in from the garage and put it in the kitchen and let it set for 2 hours so that it could warm up, so I could bring it outside to fill up the tires in the Subaru. My first maintenance thing. Otherwise, I got people, Wade. Then Wade said, jobs and most other things have a definite I'm too old for this shit. Point of no return. Yeah, that's true. A lot these days, evidently. Cobra says E3 because FMB. Fuck Matt's board. You just took Colonel Mustard up the ass. I think I saw a little glimmer in his eye there for a moment. Cobra says, hope loan company has a prenup and a secret bank account. I don't want to have to address the elephant in the room, Cobra, but as a guy who owns his own business, but gosh, why would we for a second think that these lovely women that we invite into our lives and then do everything we can to provide a good home and a stable environment and be a good parent, why would you even expect that they would somehow and immediately turn into a gigantic cunt? I don't know. Hey, I know. Let's tell the kids all sorts of lies so that we can use them as little manipulated pawns in our grotesque little game. You know, guys get the bad history. You know, it's like in the state of Minnesota, if you've got a fucking vagina, you could probably be filmed beating your children with glass impregnated sticks, and it wouldn't matter because you got the vagina. But if you have a penis in the state of Minnesota, you're fucked. And I'm sure that goes on just about everywhere. And then in the case of mine, she's a useless fucking piece of shit hooker who was poisoning the children so she could take them to the doctor to look like she was fucking a fantastic mother. Yeah, go ahead. Tell the kids what a lousy dad was. Oh, why wasn't he at the Christmas concert? Because he must have been at a bar drinking because he doesn't love you. Oh, I know. It's because I was 2 states away installing a sprinkler system, you fucking hooker. I mean, that's what a friend of mine told me. J-Dog says, here at work on my day off. Hey, J-Dog, today was my day off. Oh, and yesterday and tomorrow. J-Dog, maybe hold off on selling the truck and use it to plow for money if we actually get some snow. See, that's the problem, J-Dog. I have thought about that. J-Dog, laugh out loud. You gotta try my Browning Auto 5. Okay, let's do this. Where are you? Cheap old gun guy, happy to be in the red, white, and blue, even if Sleepy Joe and his cronies aren't swinging yet. So? Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! God, it would be so great to see Obama and Biden. McLean. This blessed Subaru had better be good. I can't go through more car issues, Eric. I don't have the strength. McLean, I'd have to see it in person, but I think a 20-inch bullpup would be the ultimate utility gun. Up close and at distance. Prove me wrong. Okay. I got to get one here to review it. I figured it'd take me 5 or 6 years of thorough vetting, and I will know, McLean. McLean, my comment about Matt's grandma getting to get drilled out was removed. McLean, I don't claim to know anything, so why do soldiers in open war use suppressors? Other than the obvious, what's the benefit? Felt recoil? I don't know. McLean, anyone who, well, and giving away your location, I mean, I don't know. What the fuck, how would I know? Christ!
That was bullshit.
Fuck you too. McLean, anyone who speaks unkindly about my man is gonna get in trouble. Jolson, we need no cowbell. I'm good. Okay. Mr. 27 says 49th. Sharky says cheers all. Another rifle I didn't get to shoot. My guess is that this will be by standard opening until at least spring. Ass. Sharky, wow! You cleared out between the camera shelves and the cupboards next to the washer and dryer. Great job. Sorry for knocking bits over when trying to get the rifle bags out of there. I didn't clear anything. Sharky, shot into the moon via rockets, you say? You had me at shot. Yeah. Hey, would you like to have a little moisturizer on your nipple? I can come up with something. Sharky, 3310. Yep, Brad's girl is a bit cross-eyed, but God bless her. Din says them eyes trying to focus on a small people that gonna cross. Smile money. Eric, Miles filled every spot up with a ship, so no one could miss. Oh, did he? Did we actually play that one out? Sharky, congrats, Christopher. All the best, loser. Okay, I added the loser part. Sharky SH, last brew, babe. Oh, yes. Ah, classic Norma Jean. Marilyn. Nick the Dick from Canada. Yes, my earlier comment was long. Did you miss me? You had no earlier comment, so WokeTube didn't miss you. Smile Money, Woke Scale, Corporate Equality Index, or CE score, which is overseen by the Human Rights Company or campaign, the largest LGBTQ political lobbying group in the world. Wow, what a coincidence, Smile Money. I support let's get Biden to quit. Hey, you trans mental illness cases. Hey, in the day, you trans people, back in the day, we used to bring you to a healthcare center and then you didn't get to leave. She just looks evil. She looks like a dude with tits. Okay, sorry, I digress. Din says, take a sip of her nips. In the home stretch. Well, first of all, I gotta finish my lunch. And then I have to flip my meat. After I spank it. That one's getting down there. That one's not. That one's not. Woo-wee! Whistling pig. Glenmore, that's amore. Glengalone. Shit. I'm barbecuing on the grill tonight. God damn. Take a sip, says Den. Review MREs, says Din. Don't let me see your fucking fingernail, says everybody else. Did I ever finish the story, by the way? Eric was right. Let me see. Let me see if I have proof of that. After visit with Kelly Kleinschmidt. Sexy doctors. Uh-huh. In this case, you are right. It is ugly, but there's nothing that you can do. As long as it doesn't get infected, it will continue to heal. It may take a couple of months for the nail to grow out enough to push the old nail out. I go, you seriously? She goes, and Eric was right. For everybody that said, you gotta go see a doctor. I mean, Jesus, you're gonna lose your whole arm. After visit summary. In this case, I like that she's such a fucking smart. You were right. In this case. That's amore. I'm not entirely sure because I'm lazy and the speaker package that it's going to run is out in the garage. Maybe that'll make tomorrow's project. Oh, that, and I have to get a Bluetooth receiver so that I can have my phone and Christine's phone be able to connect to it. So I need to place an order on Amazon. Just wanting to know if the Denon receiver worked out or not. I could probably stick a wire on it, yes. Stick a wire on it and at least use the, maybe get the FM tuner. Yeah, I have a set of Harman Kardon surround package sitting out in my garage that I got with the Yamaha amplifier that's now upstairs that replaced my Denon, which now that I have the replacement, I'm not even going to bother with mine. I'm just going to probably sledgehammer that bitch and put it in the garbage. Because you're not supposed to put electronics in the garbage unless it can't be identified. I'll get to that. Smart Money says, why is Matt culturally appropriating the term totem pole? Of course he also has it wrong. The most important person are on the bottom of the totem pole, bearing the weight of all the other figures, or at eye level with the viewer to heighten their significance, laugh out loud. So Matt can be at the top of the totem pole. Cobra says, just wait until he talks about the wigwam. I don't think we have to worry about that. Smile Money to Cobra. His Royal Russian ancestors he told us about May walking across the frozen Bering Strait and took an Eskimo bride. So it might be an igloo story. Nice knife. And then Cobra to Smile Money. I'm sure this was a real seal clubber. Cobra, here at work in the club. Maybe. Then he says, FMB? Fuck my boss? Maybe hit the M instead of the J. And then he says, can independent contractors draw unemployment? No. Or maybe disabilities, Social Security for a dead finger situation? Probably not, but I know the first one's a no. Cold-hearted bastard, maybe. Bad. Basement Pop and Matt needs a shotgun to shotgun a beer. This 27 says shotgun basement pops. Nice. Miss 27 says intro Prometheus Brew Bomi. Then he says Brew Bomi 2, the secret of the Brew Babes Big Cans. Speaking of follow-ups, I want to go on record by saying I am a huge fan of the Equalizer movies. Equalizer 2, good movie. Equalizer 1, good movie. Equalizer 2, good movie. Equalizer 3, fucking fantastic movie. 3 thumbs up. Clover says, how is JW doing? I think he's doing good. I mean, I had a bunch of texts that I sent in our Locked and Loaded group, and he was one of he responded back right away. So I think he's back on course for full recovery. If it's something other than that, Cobra, I will let you know. Gonna finish it, but I think I'll save it. Last comment is EMT saying Charlie 6. C6 is a miss. So my comment, or question about a comment, is if they don't delete your first comment, can they delete your sub-comment? Or if they delete, they're just going to delete the first one and adios both of them. I don't understand why WokeTube does what they do anyway. Going to the chapel and she's gonna get cornholed and it's already a fucking hour and 10 minutes. God damn it. Okay, before we go to the club, where do I put Oakshire Bourbon Barrel Ale 4 Roses special release? That's what happens when you're just about to blow and you put your finger over your thumb over the tip. And then when you let go, it's special. It's not bad. I mean, it's drinkable. If there was 2 of these, I would not have the other one now. I'd eventually have it. Surprisingly, though, I kind of like this more when it was cold and a little less as it's warming up. It's getting a little bitterness to it. But it is actually adding a little... Well, that's probably from the scotch. Getting a nice little thing on the end, but that could have been created by the other thing. Overall, I'd give this a 7. In the club, Salty Double Super Secret Probation Nakedness. Poco, guess who's dumping a mean loss burritos carne asada fries dump right this moment? Mr. 27. Brew Bomi Viewer Brew Club time. Smile Money says, cheers, clubbers. Mr. Jolson says, the Sunny Slopes Club needs no cowbell. All we need is Mr. Holster. God, that's so touching. Then Bad says, howdy, clubbers. Light's green, trap's clean, and probably see you tomorrow. I don't know if I can get home from work on time. I'll see you tomorrow.